Ladies and gentlemen, the day is finally here. Season 7, early access, your boy got the hookup. Now, a big thank you to 2K ANZ for approaching me and saying, hey, Season 7's coming out. You want to dive in and have a look? And I said, yes. I was getting all emotional. Never thought this day would come, but here it is. Your boy got early access. We've been playing for about 4 or 5 days. I've been really diving in. You're going to see a lot in this video. So sit down, get your snacks, get your drinks, make yourself comfortable, subscribe to the channel, like, comments. I don't care. Blow that shit up right now because we're about to dive in to Season 7, baby. Let's do it. So the first and main thing you're going to notice in Season 7, which everyone's going to worry about and I guess wonder about, is of course this new UI, right? Looking nice, right? It's a nice UI. 3 wins. Disregard that. Of course, these are accounts we don't get to keep, so before everyone gets angry and says, what the hell? Don't worry, it's a dummy account. This is just, we've been beta testing, early access. I'm going to show you guys what you want to see. And I know that's going to be those new tiers. That's right, 3 new tiers coming to SuperCard in Season 7. We have the base tier of Biomechanical tier, which I'll show off to you guys in just a second. You will have the mid tier of Swarm tier, which you may have seen on Facebook. The leaks came out of Swarm tier being the fly. Yes, it's on the card. Don't worry, it actually is a nice design. All these designs are amazing. You're about to see them. Don't worry, I'm just carrying on. And of course, the end tier is Behemoth tier, which they announced in that post they put out last week saying Beast cards won't beat Behemoth cards. So let's check them out. Let's see these designs. I'll show you a few of them. We got a few. See what we can do. So the first thing you're going to see on this new UI is this new Season 7 themed UI. It's delicious. I love it. It's like a blue. It's really clean and crisp. Obviously down the bottom you can move. You have just seen that, right? That is a draft board feature. You can click it and you will go straight to the draft board. You won't have to worry now about being like, oh, I have 24 picks. I don't want to use them. Click the arrow, exit back out. Delicious. I love it. Of course, as I said, you keep going. Everything's there. Everything we need. You would have just seen then also the PvP thumbnail has changed. We'll quickly touch on that. We will explain more. We'll quickly touch on it. PvP is, of course, no longer a rotating game mode. You have it all. Everything you want to play. I'm assuming it's all going to use that same leaderboard, all going to use that same 1 point. I've played no PvP because I just didn't dive in. I probably should have. But I got excited. I edited up my deck. I saw what we had in here. It's pretty cool, man. I'm a huge fan of this. No longer have been forced to play any of these two. These two are now relevant to me. I won't play them. I will play Rumble and, of course, War. War's my favorite by far because it reminds me of PCC, just with bouts. Now, as I said, I'm assuming this is all going to use the same leaderboard. So it's looking as if being on the one leaderboard, it's not going to tell you that you are first in War. You'll be first overall for the leaderboard, which is kind of cool. It's going to make people want to play more, to flex more, because people do that. So I'm going to jump into a game of War very quickly. We'll start our search. We need to have a valid deck first. Maybe we'll do that. That would help. We'll autofill. We'll jump into our quick game of War and search and see what opponent we can get. Of course, I just want to show you guys some of the mechanics that have changed in the game, being styles and techniques and your new super move. Now, super move builds up the more you play. I was using it in Money in the Bank earlier. It was kind of cool. Not going to lie. It's going to tell me I got attitudes. Let's use one. Ric Flair. Woo! I was going to get louder, but I would have peeked on the microphone. Don't want to do that. All right. So, this will be your first peek of the new season. Now, you can see the new PvP timer, the clock down the bottom. This is my super move on that far left. I'm going to use one of these new cards, Behemoth tier card. Super move meter is at 22% full. Thank you for updating me. Look at that Taker card. Top tier. Top tier. I'll show you the actual tier designs after this, but we got to get through that gameplay first to show you guys what's changed, of course. So you'll see that Taker has a move. He also has a style. The very bottom of the card, there's a pickaxe looking grappling hook thing and a man flexing, and we're going to go through them as well. Don't worry, don't worry. Female tag, Shotzi and Io. Of course, put that NXT combo together. These cards look amazing. Shotzi's pro, so you'll see that animation right now. It's a pro design. And man, it looks good. It also grays out the card with the supports that are added on it. That's also Lana's image. I have not seen that image yet, but it looks great. Looks great. These tier designs are awesome. They're awesome. We're going to get the dub. That's a win all round. We will use our charisma. We might as well throw in, added to the tier, and I love it. We'll put in Umaga. I'm glad he's back in the game. That makes me very happy. There's some interesting faces in these tiers. You guys are going to love them. We're going to go through that tier list, as I said, just after this. Umaga's going to get the dub quite easily. Quite easily. I can't wait to collect these cards, man. They look awesome. They look awesome. I wish I could keep these on my main account. I can't. I understand that. 3-0 41 points. We get +4 super coins. So the super coin rate that you earn is actually quite good. I don't know what the store is going to be like. I'm imagining it's going to be similar to what Money in the Bank and PvP were like when the release of tiers came out last season, putting only the second highest card tier in there. Not the highest, because then everyone's going to cash in and be the highest tier already. That ain't how it works. Of course, this is what I said before, the draft board. It takes you to the draft board with 4 picks. You don't want to use them, press that little arrow. You don't have to use them. Johnny Cena's going to talk back to me, so we'll skip through this part and I'll come back in a second. So as you saw, that super move powers up the more you use your cards, and it will give you a super boost against something that's hard. So you can use it in stuff like Road to Glory, Money in the Bank, even Rumble when there's enough matches. I haven't seen the super moves yet. I've kind of kept that as a surprise for myself because I want to be surprised by it when it releases on the 18th for us. However, the styles and techniques are awesome. They add an extra bonus to your champion or your deck in the next game or the current game or a game coming up. It's really cool. They've added in new features to keep you kind of on your feet and new ways for cards to outpower other cards if they're a similar style card. You're in TBG. You have Bayley versus Bayley from Summerslam 20 tier, or we'll use the new tiers at least, from Behemoth tier. They're the same card. They proc, they draw. No. They're going to have styles on them. They ain't going to draw anymore, thank God, unless they have the same style. That could be a thing too. I actually don't know if TBG is going to have styles included either, but given that every new tier card has a style, I'm going to assume you're going to get those styles in TBG as well. So you're all wanting to see it. This is probably what you all fast forward to, so you've missed all the other information I've gone through, and that's completely fine, but you all want to see the new tiers. Now, Biomechanical, Swarm, and Behemoth tier are, of course, the 3 tiers that, are in the game here. We are going to show off some Biomechanical cards right now. This is the base tier you'll be put into if you were SummerSlam 19. You will be now... Sorry, SummerSlam 20. You will now be Biomechanical if your cards were good enough. You might even be ++. You may even be in Swarm tier. We'll have to find out together on how good these heroics are. These cards are sick. There's some faces in here, obviously, you're going to see. I'll scroll down. Some faces in here you're going to see that we haven't seen in a tier before, which is kind of nice. Kind of impressed with it, given that some of these selections for other tiers recently have been similar to what we've been used to getting. You're also going to see I have my champion set too, Ms. Peyton Royce. I think it's a great looking card. It looks absolutely amazing. Look at that. I love it. That's one of the best images I think I've seen of her in the game. Huge fan. Now, I've seen a lot of these images too, just by simply browsing and seeing what's in there, and I can tell you this much. These images are not really that outdated. I think the furthest outdated image you'll get will be the Peyton or maybe the Bobby Roode. That'll be about it. Everything else is pretty much up to standard, or at least their new gimmicks, which is absolutely lovely because I know you guys were asking SuperCard to update the gimmicks in the game, given that EO had a new gimmick change and she had her old gimmick in the catalog. Now her new gimmick is in the game, as you would have seen just before. Cat Daddy 2K, you guys have done amazingly. You've done amazingly. Let's keep going through this catalog and see what else is in here. That's right, Retribution have cards. T-Bar, there he is right there. I've seen Slapjack's card too, it's amazing. I'm Australian, he's going to be my champion most likely. But Retribution did get cards, which is cool. We did speed up fusions, which I think you'll see coming up a little bit further in this video, maybe. This is what they look like compared to the actual design of the card. Obviously, this is fusion, and then this is base. Base looks good. Fusion looking absolutely stacked, looking all kind of heroic and stuff. It looks amazing. I'd love to see that pro, so hopefully we can get a pro in the first couple weeks. Not too sure if fusions will release with the new tiers, but we know they're in the game. They're in the early access. We know fusions are coming, and these lists are stacked, as again, you'll see them coming up, or you may have seen them in the catalog with me scrolling. So we're going to check out Swarm tier. Now, once again, this is the tier that had the fly on it, which a lot of people were a bit weirded out about, but it looks just as delicious as we thought it would. I'm going to go down and use an image I really want to show off here. Of course, this is the fusions. So this isn't the base, this is the fusions. You see the big fly on the front. Kind of creepy looking. I don't like bugs that much, so it scares me a little bit, but this is the fusions. Doink is in the fusions. That's a fusion, and I'm going to show off, just very quickly, I'll scroll down, and I'll show off what I think may be the best image in this tier for this person. Actually, maybe the best image in the tier in general. Miss Rhea Ripley. I love that image. Once again, it's updated. She's got the full blonde instead of the brown on the side, the blonde on top, rocking the Deej look. She got the full blonde. That's an absolute great image. It's a great image. I love it. Over the moon. Updated tier images is what I wanted. Now, the design as a pro looks really good as well. I'll go to my carrying cross very quickly because we did pro him up so you could see what the pro looks like. That's the pro design. Looking quite nice. Obviously, the flies flying around is, it's kind of nice. You got to follow while we were live, so thank you to Mr. Panhead. You made the video. but the design is nice. I'm not a huge fan of Carrion's image, but of course it's Karrion Kross. He's kind of just got a stoic look all the time. But these designs are really, really nice. I've only silver starred it. These aren't the stats you should be looking for, so please don't freak out. But as I said, flies flying around, the honeycomb looking stuff in the background, the beehive, I guess you'd say, is all like shiny and stuff. The wings move in a little bit. I like it. Considering it's a fly, I think it looks really good. Swarm tier is really, really good. I like it. I like the design. Nice colors, pink, yellow. I mean, I got pink in the background. I'm a fan of this. It's something we haven't seen in the game, and new stuff is what we need in this game to keep the longevity going, so good job 2K and Cat Daddy. I don't remember if I showed it off, but I will very quickly show you the Pro of Biomechanical tier. I don't think I showed you. So this is the Pro for Biomechanical tier. Just a bit of a glimmer over it. Everything moves a bit. The eye glows. It's very Mortal Kombat-esque. It's also very early, like Judgment Day, Armageddon, like 2003, 2002-esque. So I really like the throwback there, which is really cool. Now you guys are waiting for it, so let's get into the main tier. Behemoth, the highest tier you can get in the game. And we'll go to, who we go to here? We'll go to Miss Charlotte Flair. That is the design. You would have seen it before on the cards I was using in PvP. The design looks amazing. The render for Charlotte looks amazing, let alone the design. I love it. The stats are quite up there. Of course, if you guys are interested, I can go down here and in my catalog, I'll show you my catalog for Shotzi. You can actually click on the stats to see them expand if you don't really want the 3 numbers. You can't keep the expansion on the screen, but you can see them overall. So we'll scroll down a little bit. You'll see this catalog. I just went past very quickly. I'll go back up. You'll see the catalog. I'll let you guys do your research and get your screenshots because I know you want to. I've gone through the catalog. I've seen what's in there. You guys can have a little bit of a peep now. See what you like about it. This is kind of cool. Great images. Look at that image, man. Oh, that's fire. Absolute fire. Obviously, Big Quiche is in there too. Big Quiche with the arm fold, baby. As I said previously, or maybe coming up, I don't know, but the headband was on for Quiche. I was hoping he was in here, and he's in here. So let's go. Now, this is the Pro design. Shotzi Blackheart, great image. This is your Pro design, and I nearly fell in love when I saw it. First of all, the image is amazing for Shotzi. It's probably my favorite image, maybe for all of Behemoth tier, maybe even in the game at the moment. Barring Candace's new images, which I won't spoil, you have to see. But the design, the Godzilla-esque dragon in the background shooting down the city, the red velvet looking smoke. If I don't have this as my overlay for Season 7, I'm going to be very upset. Very upset. I think it looks amazing. Absolute fan. Absolute fan. So, Shotzi with the Pro, the tail, obviously you can see as well. It's quite a strong card. You want to see the full stats? We'll show you the full stats. We fully pro'd this card so you can see how strong the top tier will be. So let's show it off. 2 matches played. Only 2. 105, not in momentum. These are the stats of Shotzi Blackheart. I think the stats are huge. Look at that. That's the base. The little arrow takes you back to the base, and then that's the main. Of course, I like they've added that little thing in. I'll go to improve, and you can see the stats are unreal. They are beating full heroics from Summerslam 20, which we expected. It is the top tier, but this is going to be a very strong tier, and I like that because it means that we're going to want to collect more of these top tier cards, and being 3 tiers, the first couple events are going to be kind of hard for those grinders that really are out there saying, I don't have to grind events anymore. I just plus 10 everything. I'm one of those people. I don't flame yous. It is what it is. But we're going to have to probably plus 1, maybe even plus 3 or plus 6, depending on our pick doublers, because these cards are stacked. If we're coming up against decks with these cards in them, we may not win all those matches. Maybe hard. And those absolute pack opening monsters, we use that word, at the start of the tiers are going to be stacked with these cards, potentially pros. They might have some really good luck. So, I'm preparing myself for a new slog, a new grind coming into Season 7, and I cannot wait, because the design of these cards is unreal. It's making me happy just looking at it, man. I could keep staring at this image. It's amazing. It's amazing. So before we get out of here, we're going to show off one more thing that's new to Season 7, which is called Collections. Now, any top Slam players are going to know what this is. If you played Slam, you collect a set and you get rewarded with a card. They've implemented that now into Cat Daddy, into 2K, into SuperCard, into whatever you want to call this game. Amazing, heaven, love. They've implemented it, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm a huge Slam player myself, so now you'll see that if you collect 6 cards from Swarm or Biomechanical or Summerslam 20, you will get given a tier up above you card. So if I get these 6 cards from Biomechanical set, I'm going to get a Swarm reward. These are the example rewards. You're going to see some of the renders here as well. Shh, don't give it away. But if I get 6 of Swarm tier, the cards I need, good Boogeyman render, that looks, oh my god. If I get 6 of those cards, I'm going to get a Behemoth. I'm going to get a Behemoth and really enjoy it. So I like they've added this in because it implements the fact that now you can collect and get rewarded for collecting, because people like to get their star count up. It's another way to really keep you playing the game and keep you interested. They've done very well this season to maintain that, so it's only going to go up and up in Season 7. Of course, this exists for the lower tiers too. It goes all the way down to the base tier, which is Neon. You get Neon set, you get a Shadow reward, so the newer players are going to have an easier time at leveling up, which I think is what was the plan when they implemented this, because when you're a newer tier player, Neon, Shattered, whatever you may be, and you don't want to play as much, you want to play like maybe 2 or 3 games a day, it was kind of hard to level up. You were kind of taking some time without buying packs. This has now changed. You get 3 of those cards. Not very hard to get those cards either. March, Rick Rude, and Aaliyah. You get them, you get a Shattered card. Could be a good card. You then get those 3 Shattereds, you get a Mania, etc, etc. It gets harder to collect the further up the tiers you go. It becomes 6, and then the cards obviously pay out better rewards the higher tiers you are. But it's exciting they've added collections in, because I'm a huge Top Slam fan and this is very similar to it. Maybe we'll convert some of that Top Slam audience over to SuperCard and keep that player base growing through the roof. So you'll see obviously the new plus and plus bar they've implemented as well. You'll see that overlay now. What's on my screen obviously is my my homepage. But yeah, it's looking really good, man. They've done so well with this. The UI looks amazing. The overall overhaul, I should say, of all the artwork, blue, it just looks so good. I'm a huge fan of it. If I do go back to the title screen and click that little log out button, show off the title screen, of course, there it is, SuperCard Season 7. I'm a huge fan of that. That looks absolutely delicious. Oh, it's just so nice. Log back in real quick so you can just see everything happening. There we go. Back into that overhaul. The design, oh, it's so nice. I can't stress it enough. It just looks so good. Such a fan. They've changed the icons down the bottom as well. I'll scroll through. You've seen the changes. King of the Ring remains the same. Money in the Bank remains the same. It just pays out with super coins now, as you see at the top of the screen. Actually, you may not because it's cut off. It pays out, I'm in 26 super coins from 1 match, so it's quite well. Pays out quite well. And then, of course, one of those huge selling factors I went through before, which is the draft board. Being able to go through and just pick off what you want to. You do one pick and you go, cool, a Shattered card. I don't want to pick anymore. Back to the screen. Don't have to worry about it. Slide up that card discovery. Cheering. Season 7's looking promising. Once again, a huge thank you to Cat Daddy and 2K ANZ for hitting me up for the early access. Maybe one of the only Australians to get early access, and that is absolutely huge. So let's keep making waves. If you enjoyed this video, please do like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. There'll be plenty of Season 7 content coming. Your boy's making waves. Aussie Takeover, baby. Hashtag Aussie Takeover. Thank you guys for watching. Season 7's on the horizon. It's so close. I can taste it. I've played it. Oh, I cannot wait for it. Let's dive in. Thursday. We stream down below. Link in the description. Twitch.tv/KingKitten. There's a Discord as well. Join that. My Twitter is also there. You can stay up to date with me and my news from Season 7. Comment down below what your favorite feature so far implemented into Season 7 is, and what your favorite tier design is, because I want to know. Mine? I think I got to go with Behemoth. I think I love that tier too much. Thank you guys so much for watching Season 7 tier. Let's dive all the way in and enjoy this. Let's soak it up. This is the best start, the best time of year for SuperCard players. It's Christmas come early. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next video or in the live stream coming up for Season 7's release. Appreciate yous. See